Sometimes the easiest way to win a vote isn't to defend your idea. It's to sneak in a new option that splits your opponent's side. That's called a bogus amendment, and it can flip the whole outcome, even when most people didn't want it. Let's see how this works with a simple example. An office is debating getting an office pet. There are 3 departments: sales, accounting, and HR. Angela, head of accounting, wants a cat. Jim, head of sales, loves this idea. Toby, head of HR, hates it. He wants no pets at all. But Toby knows he's outnumbered, so he schemes. He suggests a new option. What if we got both a cat and a dog? Now here's where it gets interesting. Toby's real preference is no pets, but if there has to be a pet, he'd rather have both a cat and a dog. He thinks it's cute, like his little calendar. He hates cats on their own. They're too mean, but they might lighten up if they have a doggy friend. Angela is the opposite. She's obsessed with cats, but despises dogs. Loud, slobbery, and gross. She'd rather have no pets at all than a cat and a dog. The sales team, they'd love both. They love cats and they love dogs. What's better than both? Now the office decides using head-to-head matchups, like a little voting tournament. Specifically, they're going to use sequential pairwise voting. First, compare both versus cat. Both Jim and Toby prefer getting both a cat and a dog over just a cat, so both wins 2-1. Now both faces none. Only Jim prefers getting both a cat and a dog over neither, so none wins 2-1. Final outcome, no pets. Even though Angela and Jim originally liked the idea of a cat, Toby's bogus amendment disrupted the vote and he got the pet-free office he wanted. Now some people argue Jim could have just switched his vote to cat to block Toby's trick. But here's the catch. Jim represents the entire sales department, and they clearly preferred both. If he flips, he'd be misrepresenting his people, risking backlash from the very constituents he's supposed to represent. Of course, in this office pet example, nothing serious is at stake. But in the real world, bogus amendments can sway elections that decide how millions of tax dollars get spent, what rights people do or don't have, and who actually gets power. That's why it's so important to understand the math and theory behind voting systems. Because sometimes the outcome isn't about what the majority wants or the actual laws being voted on, it's about who knows how to play the system the best. And if you learn how the system works, maybe one day you'll be the one running it.